Poor health, yes, comes from eating bad food, but it comes from overeating on any food. Hello everybody, it's Paul Neeson with the Real Life Health Show, and I am back in Florida. We just took a trip to the Midwest, got back to Florida, and I decided to get a summer hairs cut. Not a haircut, but a summer hairs cut. I got all my hair cut, and I am feeling good about it. I'm feeling good about everything these days. And you know, I just read a book on fasting, and when I think about health and disease, this book was wonderful, and it gave exactly what I'm telling people all the time. Poor health, yes, comes from eating bad food, but it comes from overeating on any food. You know, I tell people, if you want to be healthy, you have to make it as easy as possible for your body to get what it needs from the food and get rid of the rest. Think about that. When you pull up at the grocery store and you're in shopping, think about what is going to give my body the nutrients it needs and give it an opportunity to get it as easy as possible and get rid of any waste from that food. Now, the junk foods pretty much have a bunch of stuff to get rid of and very little that it can give the body. And the body has to work really hard to get those nutrients out of it. Whereas health food or healthy food, let's say fresh fruits and vegetables, for example. Let's use the example between an apple and an apple pie. If you eat an apple, and considering it's ripe and organic and fresh, you eat an apple, there's so much in there your body can use. There's so much liquid in that apple that's carrying nutrients to your cells, and they're in a liquid form. So your body's going to get it so easy. And everything that's left over, the fiber that's left over, is going to be like a brush, and it's going to sweep through your colon, and you're going to go to the bathroom and get rid of any waste or anything that your body doesn't need. It's a perfect food, and that's what fruits and vegetables are. Perfect foods in nature. Now, let's look at an apple pie. You have apples that have been maybe steamed or cooked. You have a bunch of processed sugar usually added to it. You have a bunch of nuts usually cooked added to it, and a whole bunch of other spices and herbs added to it. So now when you eat that apple pie and the crust being made possibly of bread or something, which has a whole bunch of other chemicals in it. So now you eat that apple pie, your body has to work so much harder to try to find something in there. But you've already dehydrated the apples by cooking it, so it doesn't have this life-giving liquid in it anymore. And it's so hard to get this out. And your body's working so hard to get a nutrient or getting something it needs. But it's just not there. And then what happens? There's so much waste left over, but there's so little fiber because you've cooked it and destroyed it that your body has this waste that cannot act like a broom and come through your body's system and through your colon and you go to the bathroom. No, now you become constipated, and it's just stuck in your stomach, and it's fermenting, creating these terrible gases and just fermenting in your body. You know, if you leave, I've had fruits and vegetables where I left them on my counter way before they should have been there. They should have been eaten a long time ago, and they would get like a white fungus on them or something else. So now you have this apple in your body that's fermenting and putrefying, this apple pie. And then we don't go to the bathroom, we get constipated, and we get bloated. And then instead of people taking an enema and helping this waste come out, what do? They eat something else that's not healthy. And it just sticks there and gets stuck there. And you have a colon, and it's a big pipe like this, a pipe system. And now it's like this, and so little can get through. And your arteries, the same thing happens. You got so much blood going through them and everything else, but now you got so much plaque and everything else built up where no blood can even get through. And we start suffering from cancer, heart attack, strokes, and all these other issues. And we don't know why. But if we just think, if our body's clean and we take something like that apple and put it through a juicer, and now it's in liquid form, and we just drink it, and we're getting our body all those nutrients it needs, and there's so little to get rid of. How easy it works on our system. We continuously, on a daily basis, makes things harder and harder and harder for us to be healthy. You have to work really hard to get sick. You have to eat a lot of food to get sick. It's very simple to stay healthy. Eat less and sleep more. And unhealthy food will make you do the opposite. it'll make you sleep less, and it'll make you eat more. And those things go hand in hand. You see what happens really is the more you eat, the more sleep you need. But that's not necessarily mean you're going to get it. Because you're going to be up all night with a bad stomach or a headache or something else. It's going to be hard to get to bed, especially when you're taking caffeine and all these other drugs. But the more you eat, the more your body has to work. More energy is used in the process of digestion than any other function of the human body. The more work you're doing, the more rest you require to recover from that. The less you eat, the less sleep you require. And you're going to get the right amount of sleep that you require. And during sleep is when the body truly heals and recovers and rebuilds. But if you're not getting the proper amount of sleep that your body needs, you're not doing that. So by eating a food that is not the best food for your body, you're creating a problem where you're not giving it what it needs, and you're creating a problem where you're making it harder for your body to get rid of what it doesn't need. And this is where sickness begins and thrives. If everybody in this world would eat half the amount of food they eat, less often and less in each meal, the amount of sickness would cut down just as much, maybe even more. In half. But people are overeating. They're eating way too much and way more than they need. We need to realize this, folks. And we need to realize how much we can do when our body's healthy on so little. And there's perfect examples of people like myself who exercise a lot, who are very fit, who do not need a lot of food to do what they do. And, you know, you can get by on 75% raw food, vegan food. You can get by on eating cooked food. You can get by on eating certain animal foods. But the more you give your body to thrive, the more it's going to thrive. And the more you take away from that, the more your body is going to be in a state of sickness or illness or not living up to what it's able to live up to. Given the right things and living the right way, we can easily make it without any accident happening, if no accident happens, easily to the century mark in our lives. Given the wrong things and doing the wrong things and living the wrong way, that's where we're in now, and that's why you see what's going on in this world today. Yes, health is more than just food. There's stress involved, and there's a whole bunch of other issues involved, but diet is so important. And we need to realize that and just think about that when we pull up in a grocery store and we get our food. What is it that we need and how we can get it and so on. I'm not knocking cooked food. I'm not knocking animal products. And I'm not saying raw food 100% is the way to go for everyone. What I am saying is just think about how difficult it is for our body to process a particular thing we put in our body. How much more work does it have to do? Definitely more work to digest a steak than an apple or a banana. And what are we giving our body most of the time? Are we giving it steak or are we giving it bananas? Are we giving it chicken or are we giving it apples? If you're eating chicken every day of your life and you're eating an apple one day a week, something's backwards. You want to eat an apple every day and eat maybe chicken one day a week? A lot better balance. What about eating chicken one day a month? What about not at all? Think about it, folks, and then think about thriving and live a great raw life. If you have any comments or questions, post them below the video. Until then, have a great day and a great raw life. Hello, everybody. Thank you for checking out my channel. If you want more videos, you can click subscribe here right now, and you can be taken to my channel. If you want to check out my website, you can click here, and you can go to my website. I want to thank you for checking us out. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a great day, and a great raw life.